This is the place to be.
Yeah. Innovation Days.
This is Morten from Inkish. Good morning, everybody. As part of Hunkeler Innovation Days, we always invite people to talk to us before the show, because this is hopefully something that can encourage you to come to Lucerne in just a couple of weeks. So if you haven't booked your tickets, it's about time. Matthias, it's as always wonderful to see you, and you said there's a lot of people sick, but I hope you are fresh and ready to talk to me. But anyway, welcome here on English.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. I'm totally fine.
That's good.
So we are ready for Hunkeler Innovation Days.
Fantastic.
Just preparing the last bits and pieces, but we are looking forward to see a lot of customers and new customers and interesting persons at Lucerne.
We have talked to each other a couple of times. Last time was at Drupa, and before that we had also an online session. Maybe just to bring people a little bit up to speed, what is CTRL-S?
So CTRL-S is the provider of a smart factory framework, which is focusing on automation of the whole production process. So we are mainly focusing on automation parts, machine integrations, so that you really can build your lights out factory, that we are really into supporting our customers to get to an industry 4.0 or currently, it's already the 5.0 wave that is trying to achieve by customers.
And for people that think that what you say is just gibberish, the lights out production basically means that you can have an operation running without any staff, and that's the name of lights out production, is basically a fully automated operation. I mean, literally that requires that you have, let's say, robots that can bring paper to the machines and take paper away from machines, put it into the binding equipment and make sure that everything goes on fault-free. How difficult is that actually?
So to create a real lights out factory, it's quite difficult, because as you said, all this transportation between the different stations, this is quite challenging and difficult to get there the right hardware components that can support all that. But you can get near to a lights out factory when you have machine integrations, starting that your planning algorithm decides what needs to produce when, and directly sends it to the machine, so that no operator needs to decide, okay, today I produce this product and then I continue with that, and then the rest follows. There are currently no factory that I know, even Amazon is working with people at some points. So the real lights out factory without any people will be taking some time, but you can get real near to that, and we are supporting from a software point of view to get all the different hardware components to connect it to each other, so that they are working in the most efficient way together.
Because as far as I remember, especially from the first time I spoke to you, it is almost like Lego components, right? Where you have, like, here you have the Heidelberg, and here you have the Müller-Martini, and here you have the MBO, and then you connect it into that frame that you spoke about. So basically you take the pain out of integrating each machine by making it very simple to connect them in the factory with the equipment you have. Is that rightly remembered?
That is correct. That is correct, and this is what we see also on Hunkeler Innovation Days. It's not only one vendor that is presenting their machines. You need to have different vendors, because I think this is also what is the current time is about. It's about cooperation and not about only competition between the different vendors. So depending on what for products you produce, you need a Canon, a Heidelberg, whatever, a Konica, what all the vendors are. And depending on your post process, you have then again different vendors that are responsible for the post processing part. So you need to have a way to combine all these different vendors with an easy interface, and that's why we created the Symphony framework, that you have then also this layer overall that is managing all the different vendors, because all the vendors have their systems and they have software, but then to have really an end-to-end automation over the whole process, it's quite challenging.
When I met you at Drupal, you were together with SIP4, and when I spoke to both you and also to Rainer Prost, it seemed that the newly updated version of SIP4 also give you a lot of, let's say, advantages from a program perspective. Does that help you, or is it does it help the CTRL-S and the Symphony platform, or is it more like a competitor?
No, it's not a competitor. It helps us because SIP4 is creating like the language book of the printing industry. It defines how you should describe a paper, how you should describe colors, so that when different vendors talking about different properties in the printing industry, that everybody is talking about the same thing. So that when you are talking about color, that you are about varnishing, that you have there this let's say language book where you can read, okay, varnishing can have this and this properties, and this helps us a lot, especially in supporting developers that are not from the printing industry. So we have a lot of developers that are coming from outside of the printing industry, and then it's quite challenging to get all these namings, like what is CMYK, why is this all named so crazy, to get all this knowledge to the developers, and therefore SIP4 is very helping.
Okay, I got that, and I actually knew it in advance. I just wanted you to answer it, of course.
For sure.
I mean, nobody can prove whether I was right or wrong there, right? But so understand that. Okay, so the customers that are using Symphony and CTRL-S as a supplier basically works to a higher level of automation. And that level of automation does that differentiate a lot from, let's say, when people talk about e-productivity and focus, ultimate kind of workflows, or is it all having different little components that serve each other, or how should I understand that?
Yeah, it's the same. So they are also focusing on automation, but they are focusing then on some niche parts. For example, the prepress. A lot of people think when they are talking about automation, it's all about prepress. So most of the thing when it comes to workflow automation, everybody thinks, okay, this is, I get a job and then the prepress is done, the color management is done, the imposition is done, and then it stops. And I think this is the main difference. So we still take care about this process. So we trigger the systems that do the prepress automation. But in Symphony or for our customer, it does not stop at the finished imposed file or the set plate. It continues afterwards. So because after printing and all the post-processing part is very manual, and the post-processing part is the part in the factories where currently the most value is
unidentified, let's say, resources. I mean, because the more labor intensive you are in a process, the more valuable an automation process obviously is. So I get that. The customers that, because I think that almost everybody talks about workflow or automation these days. The customers that you have, do you have, let's say, you don't have to mention any names or anything, but do you have like an example of what they have achieved using your services?
Yeah, so we have customers that are working, for example, in some B2B niches where they have direct integrations into the supply chain of big companies. For example, we are in Stuttgart, so we are heavily in the automobile industry, and we have customers. Never heard about it. And so one of our customers, they are integrated directly into the supply chain of the products. So they get the order automated from the SAP system, and they deliver it directly to the factory on demand. So, and there, what they achieved is they reduced the time of delivery to under 24 hours. So
Wow.
everything that they get at the same day till I think 5 or 6 p.m., it's delivered on the same day.
So that's an obvious example. So CTRL-S is not just about, let's say, the automation process within a printing company, it's as much also an automation process to your customers from outside. So let's say that I run a huge retail chain. Then basically by using your software, you can basically say that the retail chain may gather all the needs they have for floor decoration and stickers and all these kind of things. And then basically when you take over, you basically can take it directly from whatever system they have, bringing it into the right production equipment that your printing partners have.
Correct. That is what customers with the Symphony framework can do. That is the benefit on a framework. It's not that we deliver, okay, this is the fixed functionality. You can create your own business model on site on top of that framework, on top of that platform. Because we have also other customers. They are producing a lot of wall decor, photo books, and they manage several factories over Europe and steering with Symphony which product should be produced where and when to get there also the optimized results out of it.
Fantastic. You're going to be at Innovation Days, and I think that everybody I've been talking to are really excited about Innovation Days. Have you? I mean, you were there last time as well, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we were last time. The first time there was really, really impressive. We met a lot of interesting people, saw a lot of interesting equipment. It was really nice.
It's become like the place to be if you are in digital print space, right?
Yeah, it looks like so. For us, I think it's the main exhibition when it comes to digital printing and also to this fully automation book processing, book on demands will be getting more and more a topic, and I think this is the place to be.
So when people come to your booth at Innovation Days, it's always because I think that software often is more like presented in one-on-one, where you come in and you explain and show things. But at the same time, that also means that a lot of people will be passing by where they can't see it because you are occupied in demo. But how will you actually showcase the value proposition of CTRL-S and Symphony to as many attendees as possible?
Yeah, so with this video, we show we try to convince a lot of people that getting in contact with us is worth the effort, and maybe also worth waiting 5 or 10 minutes. We showcase it this year with one of our newest features, which is called Simon, which is an AI integration, because one of the main challenges in setting up such a factory or such a lights out factory is that you need to do a lot of configurations, which can be quite complex. And therefore we created an AI model where you can chat with your factory. So you can ask, how's your factory going? Where are the different jobs? But you can also, in one of the future versions, you can also make the configurations with this assistant so that you don't need too much. So you still need the brain that you know what you want to achieve and what
really?
is the optimized process. So luckily this will not go away.
But you can ask ChatGPT about that one, so you can lose the brain, right?
you can ask this also, yeah, but then maybe sometimes it's still beneficial if you put your own brain on top of it. But with that, you have the beneficial that you don't need to learn complex configurations, and because this is one of the challenges inside Symfony, is that the configuration is quite heavy, because when you need to want to automate everything, then you need to think about a lot of processes, and therefore Simon supports you then. And this is what we will showcase there.
Okay, and the people that should stop by you, is that like the CEOs or the CTOs, or is it the production people? I mean, I'm just asking because I think it's a
very good question.
So who should stop by?
I think when it comes to automation and digitalization of the company, it always needs to go from top to bottom. I think the main people that should join us is our CEOs, CTOs, COOs, CFOs, because at the end, automation is not a thing for you don't automate to automate. You automate to reduce your costs, to speed up your time to market, to use your equipment efficient. So at the end, it all comes to money.
Fantastic. And I mean, have you set some, let's say, have you made a wish list of who you want to talk to at Innovation Days?
We have a list of prospects and companies we want to get in touch of, but not for this video.
Damn it. Well, but you can send a copy of this video to the ones that you want. And either they come to see you or they come to see me. Who knows, right?
I hope both of us.
No. We will have busy days, and I guess that we will also have an opportunity to talk to you at the show, and then we can see if some of these people have shown up, and also to hear a little bit more about Symfony when we get there. It's a little bit easier on site rather than being online with that part of it, right? So that would be fun.
Yeah, happy to see you there. That will be very fun. Then we can also just dive 5 seconds inside the system.
We will do that. Matthias, as always, great to see you, and see you soon in Lucerne. So have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. See you in Lucerne.
Definitely. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.